Here we go. Higher levels. Well, it's another 8 minutes with Kamal today. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to share with you different levels of achievements and how it's time to think big. It's time to really reset where you are, where you want to go. We are all at any point, whatever we are, we're either starting something or we are in the middle of something or we're coming out of something. But there's a trick to where you go and where you end up. You ever heard this thing? You will end up where you're going. You know, if you're driving in the snow, and I was in Canada, I can tell you a story. And as you're driving and learning, I was driving in the snow. I was in northern Ontario. You got to keep your eye where you're going. If you put your eyes towards the ditch, guess what? You go towards the ditch. So the different levels of achievement is where are your eyes on? What are you paying attention to? Because whatever you focus on, you're creating that energy that's needed to make it grow. So today I'm going to talk about three different levels of achievement, and which is you can compare if you want yourself, or maybe you're at one of them and you're seeking that next. And I'm going to share with you how that moves into the framework that I help many in my high performance framework to really break through. Okay. We won't be long, 6, 7 minutes, just like I promised, 8 minutes of touching base with you. And apologies, my voice is just getting back into the game, so it's been an interesting couple of days. But hey, life is good. So I believe it's time for all of you out there listening to turn your challenges into achievement, turn into these goals that you have into this reality. And it's time to start thinking of what I call into results. You got to think your way through. You see, most people don't think. Now, you're probably thinking you think, but most people don't think. Most people are absorbing whatever is coming at them and taking that in. You know, you're open to this world. And as I learn more into this idea of your mind is just a beautiful thing and we're not using it, it's a beautiful machine that's controlling your body and the movement that you're in, the better you're going to become. So if you want to get to this next level and next level and next level, and there's many levels, I'm only going to talk about three today, you're going to have to learn how to break away from the pack. You're going to have to learn how, if you use this framework that I use for many executives, for many professionals, to break away to a whole other level. But now you're not sure how, and I get it. Nobody's sure how, but you could be sure how if you choose to. If you choose to open up and allow something new to come into your life. You right now probably are looking for better results. I mean, if you're not looking for better results, you're staying stagnant and you're staying stuck. And like I said, you're either in the beginning of something, in the middle of something, or coming out of it. And as soon as we get there, the same thing starts happening again. And I'm going to teach you this control with this framework that we have. And I want to keep it simple because it's like systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability. And that is going to set you on a course that would help you achieve a specific goal that you want. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to believe anything I say. All you have to do is test it. Test what I'm sharing with you for 30 days. Keep coming back. Send me a message. Check what I'm doing for 30 days. Not 29 days, 30 days. Not for 2 days, 30 days. And you will see that the thing will start changing for you. That's why it's guaranteed to work. So if you want to break away from the pack, if you want to start getting better results, if you want to achieve a certain goal, I suggest you listen and get a piece of paper, get a pen, get one of your favorite pens, and write some things down. All right. So I'm going to share with you a couple things. Now, you could be at level 0, where you don't even have a job, you don't even know where you're at, you're lost, and it's painful, right? And you got to do these things to get to this, what I call level 1. And level 1 is, let's say, 6 figures. I mean, if you live in North America, Canada, US, or somewhere interesting in Europe, you need at least 6 figures to, modestly live, right? And then from there, 6 figures, you can get to multiple 6 figures if you get to executive levels positions, or you're a manager, plan manager, VP, GM. I work with a lot of those people. And that's starting to get comfortable. That's what I call level 1, right? And then you can get to whole level 2 once you hit, much more than that, above 1 million and more, and you could be dealing that with your assets. But how do you get there? How can we think that big when so many are not? Well, it's in the framework. It's in the foundation of where is that worthy goal? What are we going after? And then how we set every day what we do. What are the four, five, six things that we're going to do every day to accomplish the things that we're after, and how do we persist? In the persistence article in Think and Grow Rich, right? You're gonna have a definite goal. You're gonna have a organized plan with continuous action. Most people don't have an organized plan, and most people don't have continuous action. So never mind, they don't have a definite goal, they don't have an organized plan, and they don't continuously act about it, so nothing happens. And then the third, you got to work in harmony with it and say nothing else. This is what we're going to do. This is who you want to become. You want to leave an impact. You want to become that executive. You want to find that role. You want to find that company you want to network with. And then you got to work this in a group, in a mastermind, in the framework. If you see here in level 4, towards the end, as people start, graduating and, towards the end, working with me, we talk about masterminding. And, but for some of you that come in right away, that could be just what you need, because you've already been doing the other stuff, but your network is not strong. The people you hang around. So I right away, I plug you in to those areas where you need, like the gentleman that I met with this morning. You can definitely be plugged into a network that can help you, boom, expose you to the world, because your world is small. And then the key is, your network is your net worth. You know that, you're one connection away. What if you start connecting 2 people a day, 10 people a week, 20 people a week? How fast do you want to get that next opportunity, that next position, that next role? That's why it's called a high performance framework, right? How much better results do you want? The key is, you got to keep your eyes on the target. So the framework is comprehensive and it's inclusive to everybody. But the key is, are you up for the game? And you have to ask yourself a few questions. Like, when was the last time you've actually, treated yourself well? If you want to start performing better, you have to treat yourself better. When was the last time you actually looked back at the last 5 years, and where has your income changed? If you want to do better to level 1, level 2, and level 3 of income, you have to look at the previous 5 years. Has it really shifted? And I'm not talking 2, 3, 4, 4%. I'm talking like 100%. Have you doubled your income? Yeah, these are big numbers, but that's the key. Now you might be, like I said, at level 0, still struggling, and I feel you. But we need to get you out of there. All right. And third is, are you in an environment that's enriching to your purpose? In Think and Grow Rich, which the book is here, and I love that. I study that privately now with a couple of clients. Andrew Carnegie talked about masterminding, and you ought to check it out, because if you're not masterminding on your problem, you're doing it alone. Why do it alone? You see, 2 batteries are better than one. 3 batteries are better. It's like the mind is connected. So I'm not going to get into a lot of the mind, but I want to tell you that there's a much better way. This framework works. And on this website, if you go to it, the website is here. You should be able to book an appointment and see more about me, and see how that works. Now, if that's interesting to you, and this is something you want to do, I'd love to speak with you. I'd love to learn more about you. I'd love to and you can do that. All right. So with that, that's our 8 minutes for the day. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Remember, level 0, level 1, level 2, and let's grow from there. You can do this. If I can do this, you can do it. Thanks again, and have an amazing day. Keep in touch. You know how to get a hold of me. Schedule is right here. The calendar link is right here on the screen.